There was a time in our history when our survival required our invisibility. It's time to be visible, very visible. We have decades of having to be better at everything to earn a seat in the back of the room. It's time to lead. It's time to have the spotlight on you and your work. We have never needed a lower bar to have equity or equality. Black excellence is real, and PSI TV has contributed to black visibility. Be on TV. Better yet, own your TV channel for your brand, your Black Excellence TV.
Black-owned TV. Is it possible? Absolutely. It's time to reclaim your narrative. Let's talk about why it's important for there to be Black-owned television channels.
You are watching Influence Media, PSI TV, the Netflix of biz brands.
According to this research, Black Americans are more likely than any other racial and ethnic group in the United States to get their news from TV. In fact, they prefer it more than any other platform. Your audience is already watching TV. But what are they seeing? What are they seeing? Well, according to this very same research, most Black Americans say the news about Black people is more negative than news about other groups. In fact, 63% of them say the news is negative. Well, do you think that the people who've been putting out the content to this point, that they're going to change the narrative, that they're going to put out something different? It's up to you to change a narrative. It's up to you to bring the kind of content that you want to see. It's time for you to do that. So let's look at the history of TV to this point. So in the early 19th, 20th century, we had shows like The Minstrel Show that had exaggerated and derogatory stereotypes of Black people on the shows. Then we get into the 1920s through the 1950s, and there is a distinct lack of leading roles for Black actors. Then we move into the 1960s to 1980s, and we get a breakthrough with the likes of Sidney Poitier, showing complexity in the Black actors' experience. Then we move to the 1990s through the early 2000s, and we do see a persistence of that negative stereotype. In fact, it's a very narrow stereotype that's reinforced, where Blacks are portrayed in criminal roles or as athletes and entertainers, just reinforcing that very narrow perception of Black life. Then we come to the current era. The current landscape is amazingly going in the positive direction. Increased visibility for Black actors, and even major awards for Black filmmakers. And who can forget the amazing Wakanda Forever? Today, we do have Black-owned media outlets such as the Oprah Winfrey Network, Revolt TV owned by Sean Combs, and Terry Perry Studios. But where's yours? Where is yours? Because that's still very, very few in number. When it comes to OTT, over-the-top television, which is a type of television channel that we build here at PSI TV, according to the Internet Advertising Revenue Report, OTT is expected to be the fastest growing media channel in 2024 and beyond. So other platforms will grow, but not at the speed or at the rate of over-the-top television. Trudy Behrman here of Profitable Social Influence TV, PSI TV. Yes, we do interview guests on PSI TV, but what we prefer to do all day long is to build television apps, build those channel apps, and put your content on TV. This is what we want to do. We want to build those OTT channel apps. We've already done so. There are several channel apps that we have built here at PSI TV that are Black-owned TV channels, such as Cut TV, TYLB TV, Fresh Ink TV, On Watch TV, RCTV Network, West CEO Fitness, Discover Artists of America. This is not all. This is just some. So where's yours? Are you going to join the group? Because guess what? You might be the first in your peer group to be on TV. It is absolutely doable, guys. We make it very easy. In fact, one of our fans said, oh my gosh, like Tyler Perry, PSI TV is part of the long needed creation of a Black Hollywood. Now, on PSI TV's channel, we traditionally interview authors, experts, and business owners. However, the channels that we have built, they put on it whatever they want. So for example, On Watch TV gives a platform for artists, for talent, whether it's slam poetry or music creation of artists. That's what they're doing. What is your channel going to be about? What is your TV channel going to be about? You absolutely can have a television channel presence on TV. Now, there are very many platforms: Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Vita TV, for example. And when your TV channel button gets downloaded to the television, guys, your button might be sitting right beside a Netflix or a Hulu. Talk about brand elevation perception. Now, Netflix is obviously the biggest, guys, but right as you look at this right now, PSI TV looks right up there with them, even though, guys, we're really still very small. But in the public perception, because we're right here on the television screen, it bumps up. And let me tell you about respect and reputation building, guys. It is happening when you have a television channel. Yes, you can have a channel on TV. And when it comes to television, we asked ChatGPT to looking at all the top 5 video platforms to rank them in order and tell us why it ranked it in that order. And it put YouTube at number 2 and TV at number 1. And while YouTube did have the bigger reach over TV, TV was still in the number 1 position because TV has decades of entrenchment in the public perception as being a platform of credibility and authority. Guys, social media is free. YouTube is free. The jokers are there. It costs absolutely nothing to be on those platforms, but TV remains exclusive. However, not impossible to be there because we've made it absolutely possible. Being seen on TV gives your brand a stamp of quality and credibility. In addition to that, your channel is an absolute brand asset. Here is an acquisition offer that PSI TV received for from someone wanting to purchase our television channel. It said your But the point is, this is not just an expense. Your television channel can be an asset, a money producing asset. It certainly is for us. What we want to do is scale it, but the point is, it is absolutely an income generating model, and we can show you how to monetize.
Hello, my name is Cortia Kuzan, and I've had the honor and privilege of working with Trudy Beer. That was presented to me was beyond what I thought it could possibly be. Trudy is, well, she's a really accessible individual. She's really helped me to see naturally, well, having my program and what God has actually placed upon my heart to be on just a regular cable network. I mean, the pricing is really comparable. Instead of just a segment of the country. I mean, it's something that I would actually really encourage a lot of you to do, that if you know it's in your heart to really get your message out there and branding, well, whatever it is that's in your heart, but also to get a channel out there that's going to make maximum impact to reach a lot of people. So yet again, my name is Court, to actually help you to become the next sensation on either Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, or wherever she leads you. Okay?
You're watching the RC TV Network. Hey there, this is Pastor Robert L. Carpenter II, host and CEO of the RCTV Network on Roku. Listen, I want to let you know that if it were not for Trudy Berman and Profitable Stewardship, Inc., I would not even be able to stream on the Roku platform. I'm so excited because Trudy has always been right there to put a fire up under me. When I have ideas that I want to expand some more, she's right there offering her expertise. And if she doesn't know it, she'll even find out for you. I've been profiting with Profitable Stewardship Inc. now for about 2 or 3 years, and I'm so excited I made that decision, and I recommend you do the same thing as well. Talk to you soon. Peace.
So if you have video content, whether it's on Vimeo, Facebook videos, or you're on YouTube, within 30 days of giving us that content, you can have your own television channel. And many of you, when you think of the price of it, this is the kind of pricing you may have heard. So if you Google being on TV, you may have come across things like this. A month-long commercial package on TV for a 30-second spot could run you anywhere from $25,000 to $100,000. What about the Super Bowl that just recently happened at $233,000 per second? I know a lot of you have heard stuff like this and you think TV is impossible, but not with PSI TV. All you need to do is book a call to see if that is a good fit for you. If having a television channel is a good fit for you, that call is free. And then we have packages that are going to run you. Now, I don't want to put a price here because, not because I'm afraid to share it, but what if you're watching this 6 months later, right? So I want to keep it evergreen. However, for an idea, the cost of 1 month's apartment, one small apartment in Tampa, Florida, will give you access for a television channel for 1 whole year. And guys, we do show you how to monetize that channel. We make it easy. It's pretty much an 8-step process. And we make it really, really easy for you to go from, say, YouTube to TV in 30 days, to go from unknown to discovered, where you stand out from the competitive pack, where your name is the one that comes to mind for the thing that you do. And you're recognized by people who you don't even know. Guys, talk about maximum respect, reputation building, revenue building. It can happen right here when you have your own television channel. And what an icebreaker when you tell someone amongst your peer group that you're on TV or you have your own TV channel. Let me tell you, the conversations that are going to open up are going to be amazing. Now, the Bible says in Matthew 5:16, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Let your light so shine. Guys, there's nothing that God loves more than to see us use the talent he's given us and multiply it. You're to let that light shine. So stop being the best kept secret. Let your light shine. Let men see your good works. Is your offer something that's going to solve a problem, bring joy, elevate someone's life or lifestyle? Share it. Stop being the best kept secret. It's your time to have a television channel. Let PSI help you do just that. I tell you, we've looked at the competition and we know what we're dealing with, and we know that we're a force to be reckoned with. So contact us, PSI TV, if you'd like to explore that. That call is free and we are super simple to find. And I do look forward to connecting